Hey guys, this is Feeding Frenzy 91, and I'm just gonna talk about this Walking Dead trailer. I'm not gonna look at every single clip, but I'm going to show the photos of what I think are the really important moments in the trailer and basically just analyze each one. Alright, let's begin. It would appear to be that this starts where episode 3 ends, but notice that Clementine is on solid ground. Notice the dock is behind her and what remains of the boat. So this isn't exactly where the episode ends, because it seems like at this picture, Clementine has already escaped the boat. She probably fell back due to the boat collapsing and probably just fell back from the impact. Next, I'm just going straight into this. Remember how in my top predictions video, I was saying how I think Lily/James is not going to make it very long, basically? I'm not saying that they're going to die, but I just don't think they're going to have much of a part in it after the beginning part of this episode. And I stated my reasons in that video. This trailer kind of only reinforces that. Now, why do I say that? Well, we only get one picture of Lily, and she's holding a crossbow. I'm assuming she's pointing at someone in the group, right? It is possible that she comes up, she tries to kill someone, if she survived episode 3, that is, and all of a sudden, someone else shoots her, or maybe a walker creeps up behind her or something like that. Maybe something like that happens and she dies. I just don't see Lily lasting very long in this episode. I think she's gonna die. And with James, notice how even though we see him 3 times in this trailer, every single time he's in the cave. And the last shot we have of him, he appears to be injured. Okay, so maybe I was right. Maybe both Lily and James won't have much of a part after the first part. They don't want to have to make 2 whole different episodes. And it is true that in Batman Season 2, they had episode 5 where based on Batman's choices, the episodes go very different. But I just don't see that happening here. I think that Lily and James aren't going to last past like the first part of this episode. And I think that the trailer kind of shows that. James seems to be injured if he's alive, and Lily only appears in one part. So I don't see either of them having much role in this episode. Okay, here we have 10, AJ, and Clem in a cave, and notice there is no James. Now, it is possible that this was a scene taken from the playthrough where he dies on the ship, but I still think that he's probably already died by now in the cave, and they've kind of escaped. I think what really went down was that the group got separated somehow, and I think this is the cave probably where a lot of walkers are, because if you noticed in the rest of the trailer, there are a lot of walkers. Now it's time to address the other elephant in the room. Noticed how Minnie, Violet, and Lewis all survive, okay? We know that based on the trailer. But here's the thing. Once again, they're only shown near the first part of what this episode would be. Like Lewis is shown in the forest, probably by the dock. Violet is shown by the dock, and Minnie is once again shown in the forest. So this kind of leads me to believe that I may be right again, that these characters may not have much of a part, because notice only 10, Clem, and AJ are in the cave. And later on, we really only see much of Clem and AJ, really. So it is quite possible that Minnie, Violet, Lewis, Lily, and James die. Or that they don't have much of a part, maybe because they get separated, and maybe they just don't appear again until the end. But I'm just saying, this trailer kind of reinforcing that either way, they won't have a huge part in this episode. Once again, that's probably because they would have to write too many versions of this episode, because you'd have to have one whole version where Lewis doesn't talk. If he has a big role, that would be hard. Because imagine writing one whole version where Lewis is Lewis, who like just goes on and on and on, and then writing another version where Lewis doesn't talk. That would be so hard to write, because you'd have to have one version where Lewis really impacts the story using words, and one version where Lewis can't impact the story using words because he can't talk. So I really think that even if these characters do not die in this episode, that they won't have that big of a part for the entirety of the episode. They may appear at the beginning and then maybe appear at the end or something like that, but I don't see them having a huge role in this episode. Ah, the axe. Yes. When I saw Minnie having the axe, I'm like, why does Minnie have an axe? And then you see Clem wield it. And I had actually watched the trailer twice, and I was like, oh, yep, they're giving Clem an axe. And we all know why. Come on, guys. Lee. It's like now officially the student has become the teacher. She has an axe. She can't deny it now, basically. And it is cool to see Clem using the axe, just like Lee used an axe in season 1. It is pretty cool in all honesty. Okay, right here, AJ seems to be in a barn. And I'm not sure if it's the same barn that James was in, but we see another clip where Clem is actually trying to shut what appears to be the barn door. I think that it is. I think that what happened was the group got separated, walkers attacked, Clem realizes, hey, we're close to James's barn, and they go in the barn to escape. Not exactly sure where Clem is here. It appears to be a house. At first, you could think it was a boat, but there's too much wood here. It seems like she's on some type of house that is hanging from a cliff. This one is just a mystery. I'm not exactly sure why she's here. Maybe they're on the run, they hid in this house, and then the house starts falling over a cliff or something. Maybe the walkers push it over the cliff or something. I don't know, but this one is just strange. And here we get to the climax of it. Yes, it appears that AJ may be trying to save Clem. She may have fallen. She may have, I don't know, maybe during that jumping scene she didn't make it, but I don't think that's the same scene because she's like in a wooden house in that scene, and in this scene, it seems like they're on a mountain or something. This doesn't seem like it's the same scene. I'm not sure what's happening here. I think people may speculate that this is Clem's death scene. I still don't think Clem is going to die. This may be a faux death scene. Imagine if Clem falls maybe into the water and Clem ends up having to find AJ later on or something. I just think that this is not Clem's death scene. I think that they just did it to like kind of elude that Clem may die because it does look like AJ is safe and Clem is trying to grab onto him. All right, now that I'm basically done analyzing like each individual important moment that I think I'm just going to go through the whole trailer and basically speculate on what I think happened. Okay, Clem and them escape the boat, but the explosion knocks her back, and then walkers arrive. Now, if Lily's still alive, she aims the bow at Clem, but eventually someone kills her. Minnie and the rest of the Delta eventually fight Clem, but the arrival of more walkers causes the groups to realize that it's more important to fight off the walkers than each other. During this fight, many people die, most of the Delta, and perhaps even some from the group. Clem, and if James is still alive, Ten and AJ escape to a cave. But James gets injured and stays back basically to maybe distract the walkers or whatnot from the rest of the group so Clem, Ten, and AJ can escape. And realize they are in the vicinity of James's barn, so they flee there. Then later on, the way back at their school, the walkers appear again, which corner them into a unsafe house right above a hill. Clem loses her footing eventually, slips, and AJ tries to save her from the hill. That is the end. Okay, that's my analysis of the trailer. Why don't you guys tell me what you guys thought of the trailer? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. May God bless you all.